Pay attention. Creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yeah, Poopy Square.
The Playable Characters Podcast. Welcome, everybody, to the Playable Characters Podcast.
P-C. Oh.
P. Oh. We're so bad at teamwork.
We can't even get that.
Let's try one more time. Hold on.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the... Welcome, everybody, to the...
Playable. Sorry.
Characters.
Podcast.
There
Yeah.
I am Brian McGinnis.
Where am I sitting?
Oh, to across from me.
Al Patel, and to my right.
Calvin Cato.
Yeah, this is a Playable Characters Podcast. We do funny interviews with real video game characters.
I thought we did real interviews with funny video game characters.
No,
Yeah.
it's funny interviews with
Okay,
real
my bad.
characters.
Sorry. Sometimes I get
We're
confused.
going to fuck that up till the end of time.
All right.
No, that's what it is. I just
No,
said
no,
it.
you're right. I was just trying to be stupid.
This is level 73?
Yes. Yes, it is.
No, 72. Or
okay,
3.
then yes. Yes.
It's a lot. It's a lot of podcasts. Nobody asked for this.
Yes. By the way, guys, thanks so much for coming to FlameCon.
Yeah.
It was
Wasn't
super
that
duper fun.
fun?
Oh my god, amazing! Remember when that thing happened? With
I
the
thought
guy?
it was perfect, except for that thing with that guy.
I saw a lot of balls. And it was
No,
great.
you saw no balls. 'Cause
I
that's
didn't-
sloppy.
I
How
just-
dare you?
Is that
I didn't
true?
see any balls.
It was tucked. It was all tucked. How dare you?
Lots of tucking.
Yeah.
So much fun. Yeah, it was super fun. So hopefully we'll do it
Yeah,
again.
seriously, thanks so much, and thanks to all our listeners. You know,
Yeah.
follow us.
Yeah, follow
So
us.
that's you following us. I pointed
At
to you.
Playable Podcast on Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Check out our video on YouTube that we put up, and we're going to do some more of those. And,
On Instagram TV, we're making that a thing.
Yeah, man. And not just famous people. We're doing it too.
IGTV.
Yeah.
Better than HGTV.
So
Patreon?
Patreon.com/Playable Podcast.
Yes.
Give us
Wanna
a
get
few
that
bucks.
Bonus content.
Bonus content.
Bonus content.
They're
And other
great.
rewards.
Also-
TBD.
Give us a good rating on iTunes if you can, or write a review, or wherever you listen.
We're on Spotify now. Click
Yeah.
that heart, and just like it, add it to your playlist so they know people like this.
And
thing.
this is if you like the show, just tell somebody. Tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your grandma. Maybe your grandma plays video games. Who knows?
Even if not, put it on play and just let it play every episode.
I mean, she's close to death.
She doesn't know what's
Just
going
give her
on.
something to listen to.
She has no idea what's going on. Just let
We'll
it play.
ease her into the other plane.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Who's talking?" And whatever. It's a podcast, Grandma. Shut up. So anyway, hey, this character is.
I am very excited about
Dude,
this
this is crazy because I think his first appearance was Mario World.
Is this the first wizard that
Well,
we've had?
technically, I mean, his kind was in Mario World, but he first showed up in Yoshi's Island, Mario World 2.
Mario World 1 was first though.
No, that's not his name, but his species or his job title.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we
His
let
job
him
title.
explain?
Is this our first wizard? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Was this our? Is
No,
our
it's not
first?
our first wizard. We've had another.
Have we had wizards on this? I forget.
We have
so
magical
many.
beings.
Yeah, a lot of those.
No
But anyway,
wizards.
this guy is a wizard. He's a pain in Mario's butt, which
Yes.
we appreciate here.
Or a freedom fighter, depending on.
Sure. I hope I'm saying it right. Kamek. Let's welcome him in. Welcome him in.
Yes, thank you for having me here. How are you?
Kamek, this is great.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Yes. How are all of you?
I'm doing great.
We're doing
very
great.
Oh, good to hear.
So you're a wizard.
A Magikoopa.
Magikoopa.
Yes, that's
A
what I say.
Magikoopa.
A Magikoopa.
Magikoopa.
That's your
Right.
species or
Ma-
type.
yes.
Yes.
Magikoopa.
Magic.
Yes.
Magikoopa.
That sounds like something the Ninja Turtles would say after they fight somebody. Magikoopa.
Yes. It's sort of like a spell.
Yeah.
Like you say, Magikoopa.
Right. Hocus pocus.
It's my people, so it's not a joke.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, Brian has a problem with racism.
I do
Please
not.
excuse that.
I'm just trying
It's
to.
fine.
Now, Kamek, do you do spells like? Do you have to say words to do spells like in like Harry Potter style?
Yeah, there you go.
One does not do a spell. More so, one conjures energy and transfers that into some sort of spell. Like, I tend to use geometrical shapes.
I've noticed that. You do have a
Yeah.
lot of triangles and X's.
Yes, I like to send geometrical shapes out of my wand at my enemies. And yeah.
It's kind of disorienting when they see it coming towards you. That's probably why it works so well. It's like, there's a square and a star coming at me.
Yes, people on show, they have to do some geometry, and they're like, no,
By that time, it's too late.
too late.
It's kind of similar to Doctor Strange. I don't know if you've seen the documentary that came out a couple years ago about Doctor Strange. He has geometrical shapes as well.
Steven.
Yeah. So, are you familiar with Stephen
Yes.
Strange?
They're both masters of mystic arts, I guess.
We both went to Oberlin.
Oh, really? For undergrad?
Is
For
it-
undergrad or grad?
For undergrad, yes.
Is there a magical undergrad at Oberlin?
Yes.
I mean, it is very heavy, but
Yes.
What's heavy?
We were in a cover band, a Sublime cover band together.
Wow.
What was it called?
It was called
Santeria?
It was called Sublammy.
Interesting choice.
That's a great name for a magic act.
I like that. That's
Oh,
really
magic
good.
act.
It was
like
called
yeah.
Sublammy. Yes.
Oh, I really thought you were going
That's
to say Santeria.
amazing. Sublammy. Wow.
Sublammy.
I
You
love
guys
it.
are taking that on the road. I really like that.
Well, we toured around Ohio a little bit, but yeah.
Was this before the guy from Sublime died or after?
It was during.
Dude.
We all took it as a major shock. But Steven and I don't really speak anymore.
Oh, yeah. He's got a lot going on.
Well, he's a sorcerer supreme.
Well, he went to med school after that, right?
Yeah, and then the whole thing happened with his hands. And now he's the sorcerer supreme.
Yeah.
And how it goes to your head, and he's constantly hanging out with people like Ariana Grande. And
Really?
yes, her name sounds like a spell.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
It does. Yeah, just
Sounds like it would conjure up a coffee or something, right?
Just a pop star.
So tell us a little bit about wizarding classes. Like, how do they work, and what's the structure?
Oh, well, I was going to Oberlin for social work at the time.
Okay.
The
Wow.
wizarding, the wizarding's in my blood. And, as a Magikoopa.
Right.
So
You couldn't help
it's, it's not something I can really get away from.
Okay.
So was the social work was kind of like a rebellion for you, like
Yes, it was a wild phase for me.
That seems pretty wild.
Yeah. And then, of course, I had to take care of young Bowser.
Yeah.
And so I had to put my education aside and become a bit of a stepfather.
Gosh, young Buzzer was a bit of a brat, from what I remember.
He's a pill, a handful, if you will.
All the Bowser kids seem like they're just a bit too much,
Well, kids will be kids.
Yeah.
And they want to play their games and run around the Mushroom Kingdom amok,
Yeah.
if you will. And I just try to be supportive.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice of you.
Yes.
And I know you've had several problems with Baby Mario. I mean, the whining and the crying. Yeah.
Lots of issues, and the Yoshis, of course. And I've had a big full life. I led a full life. I'm several thousand years old.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know Oberlin was that old.
Yes. I went I was an older.
Yeah.
older student. So you were probably a really good student then.
Well, I was quite uncomfortable because everyone was so much younger than me,
Right.
and I was just there.
Could you have done a spell to make yourself look younger or anything, or no? Put
I don't
a
believe-
mustache on, maybe.
I don't believe in that.
Okay.
No. I like the way I look. I like my Koopa complexion.
You got a cool look. You do.
Thank you.
It's like a
Definitely.
nice olive. I like it.
Thank you.
What was it that prompted you to go to Oberlin for social work? I mean, I suppose you'd been doing magic for thousands of years before that.
Crisis. I don't know. You have a moment and you look in the magical mirror and you're like, who the fuck am I? What am I doing? And
Does the magical mirror answer back to you?
Oh yes, it says you're Kamek, and I say, oh.
It's very literal.
It's so damn literal. Yes. Yeah. So, and time construct, right?
Sure.
So, I can never tell when it is and when it isn't, and.
All right.
I got it.
So then what made you be like, I guess I got to go back to being a wizard. The social work's not going to pan out. Was there a moment or?
Well, you can take the Magikoopa out of the wizarding world, but you can't take the wizarding world out of the Magikoopa.
Sure.
And so, I was always accidentally doing magic, and and I was like, well, I guess I should just get back into it.
In what ways, accidentally?
When you sneeze? Well, I would sneeze magic.
that'd be
that
cool.
seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes.
So were you just sneezing on things and making them bigger by accident? 'Cause-
Sometimes they were just cooperating. Whenever I was going to undergrad, I had to keep buying new textbooks because you can't conjure those.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get. That is how they get you. That is exactly how they get you because there's so many magical blocks on textbooks. You know, they have a lot of like runes.
Copyright. Yeah.
Copyright runes.
Yeah. It's that dangerous. That
Ancient-
C in a circle. It's just, I know.
Ancient runes in the books that you cannot conjure them.
Wow.
And so I would sneeze, all the pages would all of a sudden become birds, fly away, right? And that's worse if you're inside because then you have to open a window.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. Seems fun the first time, but then after maybe a bunch of times.
It's very silly the first time. It's very silly the first time. Well, thank you for having me here.
Oh, this has been.
Oh, of course,
this is
of course.
awesome. Yeah.
So can I tell you, who do you like to work with when you're, trying to defend the castle from Mario?
Did you say Mario? I'm just
I said
curious.
it the way I said it.
I know.
I'm Haitian. That's my accent.
Mario. There's a big debate. There's a big
Mario.
debate, right? Mario or Mario.
Mario. I actually usually say Mario. I never
I
say
did.
Kamek
Mario.
would know the correct.
Yeah.
You've met Mario.
Well,
Or
but
Mario.
you hate Mario. Or
Well, we have a contentious relationship,
Sure.
is what it is. But we're co-workers in a way. We're constantly working alongside one another for different causes, and I don't know,
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually pronounced Mario.
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 Is that true?
It is. It is actually pronounced Mario.
Mario.
Oh, so that A's like a
Mario.
schwa. I see.
Yes.
Okay.
It is. It's Mario, and Luigi Mario.
Luigi.
Luigi.
Okay. I've been saying this wrong all
That
the
sounds
time.
better. Luigi. I like that.
So it's Wario and not Wario, right? Should
It's
be
Wario.
Wario.
Because he's so worried.
Oh.
Let me see if I can do it. He's like, you know what? Wario is always like, I'm gonna win, or
He's worried about winning.
He's always like that. Now that Waluigi going to prison.
You mean Waluigi?
Waluigi.
Even his mother was pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah.
That's so odd. We had her on
She's
the show.
old.
Yeah.
Maybe she forgot.
But she's a traditional Sicilian, so maybe it's slightly different.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, people say your name wrong enough, you just go, ugh, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Happens
fine.
to me.
You are
Yes?
Kamek though.
Yes.
Oh, it could be.
That's my nickname.
Oh, what's your full name?
My full name is Nick Knock-a-dep-ba-ba-doop.
Nick knock papa doo. Is that correct? All right.
That was perfect.
That was actually really, really good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
do you
you.
speak Koopa?
No, I'm just linguistically sort of like I have facility with language.
Yes, quite an agile tongue on this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
More ways than
bilingual. So
one.
I'm bilingual, so you know that you can make more sounds if you're bilingual.
Is that true? I guess
Yeah.
it makes sense.
It seems like we should be interviewing you. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, whatever questions you have.
Yeah, Alep, have you ever kidnapped a baby?
No.
You thought about that?
Trying to
for
think about. No, I don't
too
think I
long.
have.
Yeah. So, were you ordered to kidnap Baby Mario, or was it just like a thing you wanted to do one day? Spice up the Mushroom Kingdom a bit.
There was a memo.
Okay.
There was a memo that went around to everyone that was part of the Koopa troop, and everyone got the memo in the inbox at the end of the workday. And so you're like, whenever a memo comes through at the end of the
Yeah.
workday, you're like, oh no.
Should I look? Should I wait till tomorrow morning?
Yeah, should I wait for tomorrow morning? And of course, I looked.
Okay.
And then it said kidnap Mario, and I said, "Oy, I guess I've got to go do this." So I did.
Wow.
Yes,
And Bowser ordered that hit.
he did.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't a hit.
Wasn't a
We
hit.
didn't kill him.
No, of course not.
Yeah, of
Not
course.
ordered the hit. Just ordered that.
It's not
task.
like that. Yeah.
We don't. I mean, I guess we do kill. We don't kill.
There's a lot of
We
playful
imperil.
kidnapping. Yeah.
Imperil.
Kidnapper. Yeah. So why did he? Because he obviously kidnapped Peach a lot, and I guess he wanted to kidnap Mario. For
Yes. Yes.
This is a literal kidnap.
Yeah.
As a kid.
And then you make them journey through 8 worlds to get him back.
Sometimes 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes less.
Yeah.
Sometimes more.
Game Boy's less. Less memory.
Yeah, sure. So how do you choose like the locales that you want, like, Yoshi to run through or Baby Mario to run through in order to get to you?
Well, we have some interns that do scouting, and they go out and they look for locations, and they kind of travel around and for credit.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but and you know, this a small stipend, a small not enough for a living, but you know,
Like
they can,
6 gold coins.
Yeah, coins. And they go around and they like look at different locations. They come back and tell us about them. We put them in a big database, and then we decide, well, which ones sort of go together. You know, because you want to get an equal part of different kinds of like locations.
The desert level, the water level.
Yeah, you want to
Ice world, of course.
Yeah, sometimes.
Are you trying to test them, or what is the goal here?
For the different locations. Well, you know, you just don't want them to get bored.
Oh, that's very considerate.
Well,
Like Yoshi, you don't want Yoshi to get bored.
You don't want Yoshi to get Yoshi is quite excitable, and you don't want Yoshi to get distracted from, because it's all just trying to spice things up, and so it's nice to go to like different locations. Like I like in here we have sort of a forest motif going on.
We do.
Yeah, it is.
A blurry forest.
Yes.
But it's called Yoshi's Island, Mario 2, correct? So is that all? So that was all on Yoshi.
Mario.
Mario. Is that all on
Mario.
Yoshi's?
Is it Yoshi, or is that pronounced correctly?
Yoshi?
Yeah, is it Yoshi or
Yoshi is actually pronounced correctly.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, I thought it was Yosho.
Yeah. So you were scouting around Yoshi's Island to find these places.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Is it actually its own island? I was never clear on that.
It's part of an archipelago.
Okay, all right.
I was wondering about that too because I was like, those ice caps seem very close to the fire level.
It's very weird ecosystem there.
It's magical.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite spells you do?
Well, like I said, I
triangle,
like the
yeah.
triangles
Right.
and the X's and the squares.
What do they do besides getting rid of blocks that Mario's standing on?
That's
Mario.
it.
That's it?
Yeah. Yes. They also like give you a good bump on the noggin.
Yeah, that's true.
I also like disappearing and reappearing.
That's a good
I
one.
love apparating.
God, I would love to do that. I would love to do that if I could.
Could you? Is it possible for you to teach us that? I mean, I know you're a magician and you're a wizard. You don't want to give away your magic, but
Is a magician the same thing as a wizard? Is that offensive?
That's,
Being called
yeah.
a magician?
I wouldn't say so. A magician, it's sort of how you use it,
Yeah.
right? Because a magician uses it for more of like entertainment, whereas a wizard uses it for like more practical.
Sure.
And then a warlock is often doing more darker magics and things with blood,
Killing.
sometimes,
Yeah.
and it's just different. Different areas of the same study.
Okay.
Sure.
What about
So
witches? Where do they fall in on the spectrum?
Witches are a little bit more natural, granola.
like they're like vegan magicians.
Often.
Yeah.
Sort of like a very Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've heard that Burning Man can be up to sometimes 40% witch.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, now it's very corporate, but it used to be, a large percentage of
Well,
witches.
corporations are witches too.
Really?
is there a...
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, Amazon, it's a coven.
Oh.
That's cool.
I didn't know that. I
didn't
didn't know.
know
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he's
He's
The
a
warlock?
witch.
he's a
He's a
witch.
A witch.
The witches are women only, right?
Well,
No.
No, they're male witches.
Are there?
There was a point in which it was very gendered.
Okay.
But I think that
Like nurses.
Yeah.
sure.
Same thing.
Now men can be nurses.
Yeah, now they could be nurses.
What would be the male nurse?
A doctor.
Like if you were to make a term, if you had to gender. Excuse?
That's in the olden days. That's what it was. Men were doctors and women were nurses.
My
True.
dad was a nurse.
Okay.
My dad was.
I'm saying in the olden days, though,
Yeah.
in the olden, like in World War II.
So
Yeah, Calvin's dad was around in the olden days.
Yeah.
That old.
is he ancient?
Yeah, he is. He talked like he was ancient.
400 years old.
I think that because I think a nurse is genderless. But if you were going to have like a sort of masculinized nurse, it'd be like Narf or something.
Narf.
I mean,
Thinking of Narf, so are you familiar with other wizards like Mum Ra or like?
that's Snarf.
Close enough.
I understand the word association. Mum Ra, yes.
The ever living. That I don't want to confuse him with the other morals.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's an evil sorcerer.
Yes.
You don't seem so evil, Kamek.
Yeah.
You're touted as a villain, technically, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a caretaker,
Misunderstood.
Yeah.
You're more like a nanny. A magical nanny.
yes.
Like Mary Poppins.
And again, Mario's kind of a dick.
Mary Poppins is nuts.
Oh.
Well, you know.
You don't see umbrella magic that often.
No, you don't. No. And, she's got that bag.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
yeah.
And typically full of drugs.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So is that what she's saying when she says a spoonful of sugar? Is that all in quotes?
Ketamine.
It does help the medicine.
Who knew?
Mary Poppins.
Kamek knew.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins used to traffic a lot of ketamine.
Wow.
I mean, that makes sense. She delivers it. She's like a drug. Like you.
Well,
If you call for weed, they drive up to your house.
Think, he was saying Magikoopa. She says bippity boppity boo. Is that her or something? Or supercalifragilistic? Right?
Yeah,
That's
super-
that's a crazy.
Supercalifragilistic.
That's a crazy
Yes.
spell.
Bippity boppity boo.
That's,
Sleeping Beauties.
Fairy godmother
Is wait.
or Cinderella.
I thought
Cinderella.
that was- yeah.
Who
the-
did Margie work for?
It's Cinderella because she had the evil stepsister. She turned the thing into a pumpkin.
Cinderella.
It was
right?
Cinderella.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
That's a fair bippity boppity boo.
Margie never held a job for long, so it's hard to keep track of which one she's known for.
Gotcha. Yeah, more Cinderella for her.
Yes.
Hey, is there a Mrs. or a Mr. Kamek? Or are you married to?
Or is Kamek like just one name, like Cher, or like do you have a last name?
It's just
Well, he told us
Kamek,
his full
and then-
name.
Yeah, can you do it? What was it, Olive?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I've kind of forgotten it. I didn't write it down, so I kind of forgot what it was. I usually have to write it
It's
down.
all right.
Yeah.
We don't need to bring it up again.
Okay. We'll just go with Kamek. It's easier for
He doesn't
everyone.
like saying it a
If
lot.
people want to go back and rewind, they can.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was like this 10-minute mark or whatever.
No, I've taken lovers in my life. But right now I'm quite single and loving it.
That's good.
Oh, good,
Good
good,
for you.
good.
Loving it.
Does Bowser ever get in the way? Because sometimes kids can get in the way.
Well, he's grown now.
But still,
He's sort of constantly rocketing between ages. I try not to ask questions because, as long as he's happy.
Right. Yeah, Bowser's kind of his boss too, so it's like he could be very demanding.
Boss baby.
oh god, isn't that weird? That he's with your boss and you've taken care of him.
Well, not
It's
really.
sort
It's
of
like, it's like Alfred.
I was going to say, yes.
Yeah.
Alfred
Batman.
and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very similar sort of relationship going on.
Which I always found uncomfortable as well.
no, they're good.
I can't be like, oh yeah, I've changed your diapers, and I'm also going to take orders from you.
You don't understand love, Calvin.
Oh, I understand love very well.
I don't know, man. I mean, he gets.
I understand daddies very well, but I
Alfred-
do.
Not that kind of daddy.
Alfred gets a sweet paycheck, probably. Every week. Been doing it for a long time.
I believe Mr. Pennyworth is quite happy.
yeah.
But,
Most of the time.
for the most part.
Kamek, I have a question.
Yes.
You said you're single and loving. Is there a dating app for magical people, or
It'd be called like Spell.
It's actually-
Speller.
It's called Poof.
is that geared toward a certain orientation?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
Just wizards.
magic beings.
Just magic
Yeah.
beings. Okay.
Yes, it's
Poof.
It's called Poof. With sort of stylized with a
Poof.
couple exclamation points.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, I like that.
In the cloud.
I was gonna ask.
Definitely.
Right.
And that's a quite a popular one. And then there's always different like iOS stuff coming out and
Sure.
yeah, different things.
Oh yeah, you still didn't answer the question before. Like, so out of the Cooper Troop, are there any members who you particularly like working with, like just like ground forces or paratroopers or Lakitus or?
Well, on my direct team, I have Luke, Janet, Jesus, and
That's nice. Very diverse.
I like diversity. Yeah.
and Lily, but I think Lily's leaving at the end of the week.
Now, are these Koopa Troopers? Are Power Troopers?
Yes.
Red shell, green shell.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like it's a really nice mix of different kinds of different backgrounds of people coming in and working for the Koopa Troop. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah. Lily actually is going to be leaving, and she's going to go work for what is it? A Facebook.
Oh.
Oh.
Lily is going to be
Good
working
for
for
her.
Facebook. Yes.
Wow.
So she's moving to the Bay Area
Wow.
Do you lose a lot of people to the tech industry?
constantly.
Oh,
How come? Why is it? It's just
money, and safety.
Sure.
Because with
right.
us, we're constantly getting bonked on the head, and then poof, we disappear.
Yeah.
Right.
See again.
Is there a lot of CTE problems then in your world?
CTE.
Like
Chronic traumatic
yeah.
encephalopathy or whatever it is.
Like
Brain
in our
injuries.
world, a lot of football players and athletes in general have suffered from that.
So you would think that, but we're actually hollow.
Wow, interesting.
Yes. So Koopas are actually our system, our internal system is much like a spider's, but if it was empty.
So just like a husk.
We're just sort of like an animated husk.
Wow. I did not know that.
No,
Me neither.
Yeah, so no bones, no blood.
good.
Yeah, no organs.
Easy
Just-
cleanup.
Do you eat? Do you defecate? Do
Oh,
you?
I eat so much. I'm having a little iced coffee right now.
Are there like diets, like crash diets in the Koopa world?
Just do a spell, right?
Yeah, I mean, I eat macro for the most part.
Just watch your nutrients.
I would just do a spell if I was
So you could eat.
couldn't fit in my pants, right? Could you do that?
I mean, using spells to sort of transmogrify the body is sort of frowned upon.
Really? I think I'd be like, no fatso, and I would just.
It's like plastic
to
surgery.
do
You don't
it.
want to do too much of it. Right?
Well, because there's dangers,
Yeah.
right?
Well, if you got a wedding
Of
coming
course,
up,
of
and you don't
course.
fit in your suit anymore.
Just
Well, but then
Temporary spell.
I think that it's important that you still take care of yourself in a way that feels like you're actually putting in the effort.
Yeah.
Because if you come to rely on magic for everything,
Which I would, I think.
yeah, which is a problem.
Yeah, I definitely would.
But that would make dating tough, right? Because let's say I have a date, maybe I throw a couple spells on to make myself look different.
Taller.
Yeah, taller.
I'm just saying, maybe.
Thank you.
wow.
Maybe. I was just throwing it out there.
I'm sorry, but you don't have to change anything about
You're
yourself.
great, Alp, the way you
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm saying it might make dating tough because you don't on the first
Well,
date.
no, not really, because
you might
you're just
not-
using magic like Spanx. Like, just.
But once the spell wears off, that's what you're saying? Because then you
Yeah.
know that,
yeah.
you're not.
Well, again, just like Spanx, you take them off and then surprise.
I think that's sort of similar to catfishing. No.
Yeah, I was saying that's a danger, quite a big
way.
danger for you.
Yes,
guys.
you don't want to misrepresent yourself,
Yeah.
especially in the search for love.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, these so-called villains are represented as evil creatures, but everyone we've had so far, Bullet Bill, Kamek, they've all been great.
Yeah.
And Mario's the
You're
real,
just doing your job.
Yeah.
Have you had Mario on the
No,
show?
he won't
He
come
won't,
on.
Mario won't come on the show.
We had his brother Anthony, his older brother.
Yeah.
He came on, but Mario,
Anthony Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Oh.
oldest. He's pretty obese. He actually runs the business
Yeah.
back.
The
in Staten
plumber.
Yeah,
Island.
he's like
shop.
an actual plumber.
Oh, I believe I've spoken with him on the phone.
yeah.
Yeah, he
He's-
doesn't go to.
He's
the
out of
mushroom
this biz, the video game biz, but it's all you guys have been great. Mario's he's dodging us. He's too scared to come on.
Well, when you reach a certain celebrity, a lot of people don't know who I am.
That's why
Yeah.
we're so happy to have you.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Which I want to boost your voice,
Thank you. Thank you. I've been in so many of the chronicles.
I know.
But people don't know who I am. No, that's fine.
I think people will know once. Obviously.
Yeah, once this comes out, then.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Kamek, that's his name. Like, bloop, you got your wand.
Yes.
Is there something that you're working on right now? You have any big projects that you're working on? Or
Going
anything
back to
coming
school
up?
or
Yeah.
anything.
Or any castles you're designing. Or...
I'm always sort of working on some castles. I'm actually doing sort of a joint venture with Chip and Joanna Gaines from Fixer Upper. You know them?
I don't, but okay.
I'm familiar with them.
Okay.
Yeah, or with their work.
They had a television show on HGTV.
Sure, who hasn't?
Yes, and they shade. But they had a television show on Home and Garden television, and it was quite popular. And they would sort of do shabby chic remodels on houses in Texas. But they've since ended that show, and they're looking for a new project. And so we're going to be doing shabby chic castles.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that.
So like normal castles with like the molten lava and the spikes, but also like big antiqued clocks and shiplap.
Wow.
Oh,
You know
ship-
shiplap?
I've heard of shiplap. You told us about shiplap, right?
It's like exposed wood walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shiplap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I do
I
know
think
that. My mom
they-
actually has.
Your mother has shiplap in her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she does. It's like a shiplap beam. Yeah.
Shiplap.
Yeah.
great words. That sounds like a spell.
Can we say it? Can we say it all at one time?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Shiplap.
Love it.
Oh wait, no, I think I got to use the actual.
Wait, let's try it
One,
again.
2, 3. Shiplap. Oh, love it.
This that sounds like a great project. There's so many castles. You got your Mario, you got your Bowser castles, you got Castlevania, you got Dr. Wily's castle. There's so many.
Lots of castles.
Yeah,
and
I
they
would-
all-
I'd
There's
watch
so
that.
many castles could use like a thwomp, just to like tie the room together.
Couple
Yes.
thwomps. You gotta be really reinforced.
I prefer the
Oh,
thwimps,
yeah, of
to be
course,
honest
of
with you. The thwimps, because the thwomps take up so much space. The thwimps, you can throw a couple of thwimps anywhere.
You just got to know your square footage, right? So if you
Square footage.
yes, and we're trying to work with the thwomps. We're trying to actually start a deal with IKEA so you can build your own thwomp
Wow.
and put it together.
They send you all the spikes in a box and you put them
we
on.
send you all the pieces, and it's kind of hard to put together, but
Yeah.
you eventually get it. It's
Yeah.
kind of a 2-person job, even
Okay.
though it seems like it's gonna be a 1-person
It's
job.
big.
right,
It's big, yeah.
Yes, so you can have your own thwomp in your apartment soon.
I would
maybe.
love to.
I would not want any podobus in my castle.
What is a
No, no.
podoboo?
The
The
fireball
jumping
goes
fireballs?
up and down.
Oh.
Those things. That would be too scary.
I'd be all right with that.
I mean, that'd be okay.
It's just hard
It
with
saves
like
on-
human
saves on heating bills.
construction.
But
yes.
why have lava if you don't need it? That's what I mean.
Well, no, but again, it saves on heating. You just have the lava in this winter, and then you just freeze it over.
Here's a question: Is your home also designed in a similar way? Does it have these kind of magical traps
Shiplap?
and all this?
Do I have shiplap in my home? I live very minimally.
Really?
So it's a lot of very clean lines. I like it to look almost like no one lives there whenever it's not in use. So
Maybe like
everything
one
sort of-
block.
Everything sort of moves into the wall.
Oh, cool.
And then, like positions itself away. That is an area in which I do use magic, you know. And so it's actually very very feng shui in its minimalism.
I like that. It all sounds like it's a lot of like Murphy furniture, Murphy bed, Murphy couch.
Very Murphy heavy. Yes.
Murphy couch.
Everything slides away, tucks away. Because I do a lot of Pilates,
Okay, so you need the
and
space.
I need the space. I need to open. I need to roll out my mat and get my ball, and I need the room. So everything slips away.
Still doing Pilates at a couple thousand years old. It's impressive.
Oh, that's why he's so fit.
Oh, good job, girl. You doing it?
You got it. You know what? Stretch. That's what I
Are you
say.
considered young, or what is the lifespan of a Magikoopa?
Well, we choose whenever we stopped existing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Can you imagine having that luxury, guys?
Oh, I would love that. That'd be
Yes.
great.
So it's sort of like a very relaxed sort of like we go when we want to go, and we
So what do you have to do when you decide?
there's a hill.
Okay.
And it's in our homeland, and there's this one hill. You go to it, you sit down, and then you just sort of turn into a bunch of dandelions and float away into the sky.
Kind of like
that sounds so
kinda like-
beautiful.
Kinda like Odin in Thor. Thor
Similar.
Ragnarok.
Very
Just
similar.
vanished away. And first of all, Cal, this would be terrible for you because you would probably use it every night after you bombed or something like that. Or if you just had a bad date and you were fighting with an ex-boyfriend, you'd be like, I don't want to live anymore.
No, I would just maybe turn a finger to dandelion, and then it'd be
Okay,
like,
we
let
would
me
need
magic
to
it back.
like watch you and like
I think it's an all or nothing, right? Am I right about that, Kamek?
Or can you go?
Well, here's the thing.
you use it too willy nilly.
You can do it, and you just go away, and then you can be brought back.
If I collect all the dandelions, can I bring you back?
It's not like Dragon Ball.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I just just logically, I thought that might make sense.
I understand, but
Alright.
see, no, imagine traveling around the world getting dandelion seeds.
Yeah.
Those aren't as big as Dragon Balls, and there was only 7. There's
That's
far
true,
more
that's
like
true.
dandelion seeds than me.
That's true.
But it's a spell in a book. It's up, down, A, B, left, right, start.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, it's not that.
Okay,
But
it's not
okay,
that.
okay.
Okay,
So
so
it's quite a simple incantation. Okay.
Don't do it, Calvin.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Don't you do it either, Kamek.
we need
We
you.
like having
Yeah,
you around.
seriously, we need
Oh, I have a lot more work to do in this.
Good.
Okay,
realm.
good.
Yes.
we need more wizards like you out here.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need more wizards in general. Everyone thinks I can't be a wizard. I can't be a wizard, and it's like
Well, I've always thought that. What would I do?
Yeah,
to-
how do you what's the first step?
Yeah.
Well, step 1, believe in oneself.
Okay.
Step 2, study. Get some books. Read up on it.
Do I need a wand, like something magical, or
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Is
Read
it
the books
inside
first.
me?
The wand? I should hope not.
The magic.
The magic is it?
The magic is within you, yes.
okay.
Yes. Where there's a will, there's a way, for sure. And, you just apply for some funding and some scholarships, and, you'll figure it out.
Do I
Yeah.
need to know a lot of trigonometry though? Because I kind of want to do the whole
Shapes.
shapes.
You need the
thing.
shapes.
It
yeah.
depends on what kind of magic you want to do.
Okay.
Trig is much more of like a magical engineering. Like if you want to build magical constructs or like work in magical civil engineering and things like that.
Well, the castle work, you're going to need a lot of that.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you need to know that, or if you wanted to like build magical like drainage ditches or something like that on the side of magical.
Yeah, I mean, Cal, if that's the one thing that's going to deter you from being a wizard, I mean, come on, I'd learn trig just for that.
You don't want to see the wizards you don't want to spend time with are like the ones that designed the Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
The
Masochists.
Amazing minds, but boring.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was saying because it's very simplistic. It's all just one very long,
That's
windy.
simplistic as twist
I
and
thought
turns.
that was more of like a statement, like in support of like gay rights. I thought that's what that was about. Really, not really.
You
about.
would think.
Yeah.
But no, actually quite bigoted, all those designers.
Wow.
So bigoted, in fact, they did not realize the association.
Wow.
Amazing.
Everyone brought it up and they were like, oh, thank you for the Rainbow Road. And they were like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oops.
So, but now it's there in space. What are they going to do?
Yeah, right. Hey, we got to go. Do you want to play a quick game with us, Kamek, before we get out of here? Would that be
Love
fun?
games.
Let's play a game. Wed, Bed, Dead, everybody.
Yes, Wed, Bed, Dead.
Wed, bed, dead.
This is a game where we give you 3 video game characters. You're going to tell us who you want to wed, bed, and dead. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. So we have 3 very, very, very interesting ones here. It's all random, by the way. Beep, bop, beep, beep. Another Final Fantasy freaking character. It's like
This
4
is
weeks
4
in a
weeks,
row or
yeah.
something like that. Maybe even longer. So Yuffie
Oh.
from Final Fantasy VII.
She's
Yes.
the one with the giant shurikens, yes?
Yes. Yep. She's the one she's a thief from Wutai, which is basically Final Fantasy's version of Japan.
Wutais for the
And
children.
it's the tower. It's like a 5-story
Yeah.
tower. Yes.
5-story tower.
Is that a sword or that's a shuriken?
That's a shuriken.
Wow,
It's
that's
very large.
Yeah.
that's huge.
Large shuriken, tiny ninja lady.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And so she's a ninja. She throws things, like more than just shurikens, but tons of stuff.
Is she older than Selfie from last week?
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
She looks.
Well, now she is. Now she is.
Okay, now she
now
is.
she's like 20 or something.
Oh well, that's a big ass shuriken.
Yeah.
My goodness.
If you're into that sort of thing.
I mean,
If you like 4 points.
I am now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Okay.
Is one of them.
Huh?
The next one is Balrog.
Oh, whoa.
Street Fighter.
The boxer?
The big
Yes.
black boxer.
Black boxer.
Right.
Not a good person. Not a good
Look,
person.
Calvin's
at all.
he's already dismissing him.
Because
Terrell-
he literally isn't. He works for Shadowloo.
Yeah, well, some people work
A
for
lot of people
Shadowloo.
work for Shadowloo. Jesus.
But
That's 40,000 people who work for Shadowloo. You think they're all evil?
40,000?
Yeah.
40,000?
It's like the Walmart of the Southeast Asia.
It is, isn't it? Shadowloo. It's very similar to the Walmart Corporation.
There's a lot of evil there.
So, anyways, a boxer. He
Black
obviously he's
boxer.
obviously very disciplined. He trains hard.
He's one of
Both
the
very athletic.
one of the 4 mini bosses or
Right.
4 big bosses. Yeah, yeah. He is very athletic. He also cheats.
Original name Mike Bison.
Yes.
If you like that kind of thing.
Balrog's a cheater. He uses his legs. You're not supposed to kick people in boxing.
He does. He barely kicks.
He does kick.
Wait, he never kicks actually.
Yes, he does.
Maybe he's more of a kickboxer.
Yeah.
He's more of a terrible boxer.
And this one of my favorites, Pimple from Battletoads, who's the big. He's the biggest one. The big
looks like
orange.
a toad,
The
yeah.
big orange
Yeah.
one. Oh, we had this last week with
I know.
Roberto. That'd have been great.
She would have been very into him.
Yes.
Well, no, he's a toad.
He's a toad. So what?
Yeah, she might not be into toads. It's not that
I mean,
simple.
come on. It's,
Wow,
it's
Brian.
close enough.
All right.
Way to conflate.
So Pimple, the big, awesome, strong Battletoad. So we got Yuffie, Balrog, and Pimple. Kamek. You want to go first? buddy?
Okay. So how do we go about this again?
Wed, bed, dead.
Yeah.
I would wed Yuffie.
Oh,
Is it Yuffie? I'm sorry.
Yuffie.
I'm saying Yuffie.
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 Yuffie?
Okay, I would wed her, because
yeah.
I feel like she would be gone a lot on thieving excursions, and we would have a lot of we would have a nice time, sort of. allowing each other to live our lives.
Yeah, you would never get tired of each other.
No. And she would be out and doing all of those things.
Is she a thief, Calvin?
Yeah.
Yes.
She is. Okay. Good.
She is quite skilled at
Yeah,
thievery.
keep that in mind.
She's a materia hunter.
Okay.
Yes.
that's
I would dead Balrog, I suppose, because I do think that he has too much going on in the underworld, and I think that he needs to figure out who he is.
Yeah.
And I cannot be a part of that right now.
Right.
I've done that before.
Too much.
Yeah.
And I can't be there for someone in that capacity right now.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And then I would bed Pimple, of course.
Yeah.
Because I might not look like it, but I am nuts in the sack. And I would want someone that was very strong.
He's very strong.
To really give it to me.
Now,
He's like a 9-foot toad.
since you're only a husk and you're hollow on the inside, does that like affect lovemaking in any way? Like,
It's great.
it's great.
No, I mean it's a good time. Also in being magical, I can do some crazy shit.
Oh, sex magic.
Yeah, sex magic. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers album. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, you did go to Oberlin.
Well, I was also in a Red Hot Chili Peppers cover
Oh,
band.
were you?
What was the name of that one?
It was called Hatch Green Chili Peppers. It was whenever I was going to UT for my master's.
Oh, and
I was thinking of your master's in social work.
No, I have my master's in computer graphics.
wow.
I was all over
You're really
the
trying to
place.
find yourself.
Yeah. That's who he's talking to about the Balrog thing. He's actually finding himself. That makes sense.
Yes, I was in the Hatch Green Chili Peppers, and I was in that band actually with
What part were you? The singer? Were
Bass.
You're like Flea.
You're fleeing.
Yes,
you were
yes,
Flea,
I played bass, and I was in that band with a couple of the boys from Dig Dug.
Oh, wow.
Dig and Doug.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
the Dig Dugs.
Wow.
So that's it for me.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Ken, thank you. So, yeah.
I'll go.
Okay.
Okay, so I would. This is going to be unsafe. I would bed Balrog.
Of course you would.
You said you hate Balrog.
No, I hate what he stands for. However, what I'm hoping is that maybe that one night of passion, I can change him. I could be like
I
the Martin
can
Luther King
change
to his
him.
Malcolm X.
Oh my God.
I
Do
can
not
just,
compare yourself to Martin Luther King.
Can you just
You
say?
don't know our love life. You don't know how I am in the bedroom.
Can you just say you want to fuck a big muscular black dude? Because there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, well, it's more than just that. The pillow talk, and I could just.
Pillow talk.
This isn't wed bed pillow talk.
That would be nice, though.
Thank you.
Do you think he wears the gloves to bed?
I mean, I'm gonna find out, and if he does, we're gonna have some fun.
Oh my
Get
God.
your life.
Exactly.
You will not have
know
fun
what
the
I'm
morning
saying.
after. All right, so you're betting Balrog.
So, yeah.
Finally,
I would bet Balrog. Although it's going to be dangerous. But I'm gonna be like, look, I'm not into rough stuff. Okay, we just need to keep it simple.
He's a violent person.
yeah, that's all he knows.
Well, no, listen, but I'm gonna change him just for that
good,
night.
Good luck, Calvin.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna do it. I have faith in me.
With a
Change
big
him.
black eye the next morning. Find out why. All right.
It'll be fun. So Balrog, I would bet Balrog.
Okay.
I would wed Yuffie because I think I'm just changing a lot of these people too much. But I mean, she's gonna be done. I want her to just be done. I want her to give up this whole stealing life, and I want us to settle down and just like have materia together. And her dad's like a king of Wutai or whatever, the ruler of Wutai. So I mean,
cool.
I'll be into royalty. I want to live in a pagoda. That sounds really nice and sexy. I want to live in a house with points on it. I like it. And so Pimple's got to go because ew. I mean, no offense, but come on.
Tons of offense.
Toad, wards, gross, slime. No.
All right.
But it's muscular slime.
That's right.
It is muscular slime.
I just want.
And toads are dry. They're not as slimy as frogs. Just remember that.
Dryness is an issue.
There's, there's products for that.
All right.
You have notes?
I just have like their names. What I'm gonna do, I am so excited for this. I'm going to wed Pimple.
Of course you are.
Because, first of all, love the game. Love all the games they've done. And having a 9-foot Battletoad around.
You're basically a 9-foot Battletoad already yourself.
It would be so much fun, I think. Like, he's the cool one, I feel like.
He's the cool one.
Even though Zitz wears sunglasses, I think Pimple's just cool. He just seems, he's like the older, mature one because he's huge, I think. He's like I just think it would be awesome.
And you're okay with being married to a guy who's named after a skin condition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens.
Here's the thing about straight boys. They always seem to really want to spend the rest of their lives with straight boys.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it's like a dude's hangout.
but it's only because I want to bed Yuffie that one time.
Of course.
You know why? Because I feel like in a lot of movies when someone wakes up after like sleeping with like a bad person, they wake up and like, oh, my wallet's gone. That would happen to me because she's a thief. I wake up and be like, oh no, my wallet's gone, and like, she got me. I think it'd be part of it'd be fun to be a part of that once. I think.
And then you have
be
like
fun
sort
to
of
be
a
mugged.
wry smile.
Yeah, like
Touche.
Yuffie, right? I've never had that happen before. So, and then Balrog.
So you're going to kill Balrog after you gave me all that shit.
Balrog gonna get gotten this one.
I don't like the terminology of killed. So maybe we can with these instead it's sort of like just not talk to.
No, he's dead.
Leave alone.
Or we'll go back to what you said, in peril. We'll leave him in peril.
Yes.
turn him into dandelions.
Yeah, put him in a castle.
Yeah.
All right, so there we go.
These are tough choices.
I'll let
here.
Patel.
Very tough.
10 seconds on the clock.
I like that you're closing your eyes.
'Cause I'm
so
trying to
you can
imagine what my
picture-
life would be
Yes.
like in these different scenarios.
We don't take this lightly.
I think I would marry Yuffie or Yuffie.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's pronounced,
You
but
better find
We're
out.
gonna have to learn her name before we have her hand.
because like she said, her dad's the king of the Wutai.
Listeners, tweet us your pronunciation of Yuffie. Let us know.
Who wouldn't want to be married to a ninja materia hunter? All that materia. Like, I don't have magical abilities. I haven't studied magic, but with materia, I think it would give me a jump start.
Oh, that's true.
Is that
That's a good
true?
call.
If I had
Sure,
materia?
yes.
Yeah. So I think that would be good.
I have a Chris Angel magic set at home, for real. Does that count?
What's your next one?
I guess I would. Balrog is probably evil, though. You're right.
But
I
he's
mean-
also probably fun to have sex with.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know.
I don't want to have sex with a toad, unfortunately.
Wow.
So I'm
Wow.
gonna kill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Balrog fucker.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I will say this. Balrog is, as much as he is evil, he did take care of that M. Bison clone kid.
Oh, here it
So,
comes. Here it comes. See?
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Actually, he does
Also, it would probably be he probably has a super nice presidential suite in
Super
some
nice dick.
in some Vegas hotel where he's fighting. You know what I mean?
He
So-
probably does stay
yeah.
at the nicest hotels.
That's true.
I don't
that's
think
true.
so. He seems like kind of like a real blue collar guy.
No, he's
No,
a prize
he's-
fighter. He's a top
He's
prize
on
fighter.
Bison's payroll.
Doesn't
He's like
matter.
he's like one of Bison's number twos.
Maybe he saves it all and still lives at home with his mom.
Balrog does not live at home with
He
him.
might. So you're gonna bang him in his childhood bedroom
No,
with his mom
his-
downstairs?
his-
That's somebody's thing.
That's literally a thing I've done.
That's,
So.
that's absolutely someone's thing.
My goodness.
Wow.
All right.
Weren't you in high school once? That's a thing that happens.
I had a steady girlfriend in high school, Kelvin. Okay.
And you didn't bang.
Wow.
I was really
Do you
cool.
hear this comic? Look at this.
I was
I had a
really
steady-
cool. I was
I
the
know.
worst. It was the worst.
We would neck all the time.
Yeah. All right.
Kamek, anything you want to promote or you want to tell our audience that they should know?
Do you have a book or
A spell book.
Sure. Well, I have a cookbook out there right now. Magical meals to share, and you can get that on Amazon or at your local bookstore. I'm going to be going around the country, around the world, around the realms, doing a lecture series.
Nice.
On cooking and magic?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What's it? On what?
On social work.
Back into social work.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And I'm out there. I'm on Twitter and Instagram and all the things.
Oh, and Poof. Look for him on Poof.
Well, be careful what you wish for. I am a handful.
And with that, Kevin, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you all next week.
Shiplap.
Shiplap.
If you're in Oakland,
There you go.
Look me up. You can also check out my stuff on my website, michaelfolk.com or greetingsfromqueermountain.com. And I'll be around with stuff all the time. So yeah, I have 2 shows that are going on in New York that'll go on in perpetuity. Queer Film Theory and Greetings from Queer Mountain, which will be going on in New York, and you should go to them at some point. Yes.
Awesome.